Not that it is necessary, of course, to have property in order to show mercy. Possessions, rather, are great weakness. Indeed, it is better to have nothing to give and still to be full of sympathy for all. And if we do have something to give to those in need, we should ourselves be detached from the things of this life and yet feel deeply involved with our fellow men. Neither should we, in our arrogance, take it upon ourselves to teach others when we have not yet proved ourselves by our own actions, though we make the excuse that we are thereby helping the souls of the weak. The truth is that we are ourselves weaker than those we claim to be helping. For every action must be done at the right time and with discrimination, so that it is not inopportune or detrimental. For a weak person, flight is always best, while the total shedding of possessions is far superior to giving alms. It is through detachment that one is enabled to fulfill the sixth commandment. Blessed are the pure in heart. The pure in heart are those who have accomplished every virtue reflectively and reverently, and have come to see the true nature of things. In this way, they find peace in their thoughts, for as the seventh commandment puts it, blessed are the peacemakers. That is, those who have set soul and body at peace by subjecting the flesh to the spirit, so that the flesh no longer rises against the spirit. Instead, the grace of the Holy Spirit reigns in their soul and leads it where it will, bestowing the divine knowledge whereby man can endure persecution, vilification, and maltreatment for righteousness' sake, rejoicing because his reward is great in heaven. All the Beatitudes make man God by grace. He becomes gentle, longs for righteousness, is charitable, dispassionate, a peacemaker, and endures every pain with joy out of love for God and for his fellow men. For the Beatitudes are gifts from God, and we should thank him greatly for them and for the rewards promised: the kingdom of heaven in the age to be, spiritual refreshment in this world, the fullness of all God's blessings and mercies, his manifestation when we contemplate the hidden mysteries found in Holy Scriptures and in all created things, and the great reward in heaven. For if we learn while on earth to imitate Christ and receive the blessedness inherent in each commandment, we shall be granted the highest good and the ultimate goal of our desire. As the Apostle says, God, who dwells in unapproachable light, alone is blessed. We, for our part, have the duty of keeping the commandments, or rather, of being kept by them. But through them, God, in his compassion, will give to the believer rewards both in this world and in the world to be. When through blessed inward grief all this has been realized, then the intellect finds relief from the passions, and through the many bitter tears that it sheds over its sins, it is reconciled to God. It is crucified with Christ spiritually through moral practice, that is, through the keeping of the commandments and the guarding of the five senses, so that they do not do anything contrary to their nature. Restraining mindless impulses, the intellect begins to curb the passions of anger and desire that encompass it. Sometimes it assuages tempestuous anger with the gentleness of desire, and at other times it calms desire with the severity of anger. Then, coming to itself, the intellect recognizes its proper dignity, the master of itself, and is able to see things as they truly are. For its eye, made blind by the devil, to the tyranny of the passions, is open. Then man is granted the grace to be buried spiritually with Christ, so that he is set free from the things of this world, and no longer captivated by external beauty. He looks upon gold and silver and precious stones, and he knows that like other inanimate things, such as wood and rock, they are of the earth, and that man, too, is after death a bit of dust and mold in the tomb. Regarding all the delectations of this life as nothing, he looks upon their continual alteration and the judgment that comes from spiritual knowledge. Gladly he dies to the world, and the world becomes dead to him. He no longer has any violent feeling within him, but only calmness and detachment.